Hey, it's Dr. Dead, your favorite madman, anime, and horror specialist. Now, this one's about Devil's Rejects for Dead Sober, but
if you ain't got a reason why you hate clowns, I'm gonna kill your whole fucking family.
Devil's Rejects is one of my favorite horror movies and still one of the best horror movies within the last 16 years. Yeah, I said that. Most of the horror movies that have been released in the last 10 have been complete forms of dog shit.
Crazy pig fucking dumbass pussy.
Don't really care what anybody tells me. That's more than my opinion. That's a fact. It is hard to find a good thriller and horror movie nowadays, especially without it being a PC propaganda piece. Alright, so we're going to discuss how vile, how cruel, and the contrast between this movie and the multitude of other horror movies, especially with the fact that the police are the bad guys in this movie. That's what I love about it so much. But yeah, Rob Zombie created a masterpiece here. And then, you know, magically, all of a sudden, you're blacked out and your own limbs are missing. And that's pretty much how House of a Thousand Corpses starts. House of a Thousand Corpses, we get an intro of Captain Spaulding, and this made me laugh.
All the guys made fun of you for your little dickwig. Shut up! Little dickwig, play with his brick. Don't the smell just make you sick?
Honestly, in this movie, nothing is weirder than seeing the bodies randomly hanging around the Firefly family. And cut to Brick House. So the first movie was A Murderer's Paradise, you know, typical setup, played as majority of the Firefly family, you know, just setting up typical, oh, my car broke down, you know, come to the gas station, see a beautiful old or younger woman, you know, promiscuous, you know, they touch you, you know, a little bit on the balls here. That's an old clown I love, but no, we're not taking a dive at A House of a Thousand Corpses, because trust me, that shit is a sick ass movie. But then it goes into a very supernatural twist where Devil's Rejects more focuses on the Moon Knight details. We have a focus on the police and the sheriff struggling with what true justice is, and not waiting for the judicial system to commit true justice on these serial killers who killed his brother, or take it into his own hands and kill them themselves and torture them. And that's the betterment and the focus on the entirety of this movie. And for the most part, they're defending themselves with the police, as in actually protecting themselves from the police. But yeah, seriously, these guys skin people alive for breakfast. In the scene where a girl gets killed running away, that shit was hilarious. And honestly, these dudes really just don't care. And that's just a short little thing about how vile they are. How cruel they are, however.
Oh, it's real. Real as I want it to be, mama.
Alright, so how does this contrast with previous films as well as horror films, right? Basically, the police are the bad guys. Yeah. They do a good job in making you feel bad for the Firefly family, and they're sick. Sheriff Quincy's brother George, which by the way looks like Sid Haig because he is Sid Haig. It's kind of funny seeing the clown without his makeup on telling the sheriff, hey, kill those motherfuckers. He starts fucking hallucinating that he's telling him to get revenge. And basically the Sheriff Quincy is overly obsessed with killing these serial killers because they killed his brother. And he will not rest till he kills the entire Firefly family. And basically how the movie starts even is he pulls up to the Firefly location and has a whole old school shootout, shooting up the entire house. Kills some of the family members, and the top 3 guns still survive towards the end of this movie. Yeah, spoiled son. On the run, they find even new prey. And honestly, showing they can't even be on the run for their lives without harming someone. I mean, honestly, they start killing people randomly at hotels. But these guys, they eat, they harass, they skin, they kill. It simply will never change no matter what they do. The sheriff's become so obsessed that he becomes the killer even. One by one, even tortures them in multiple ways. But honestly, the thing about this movie that's like makes my heart jump is that the laughs and the jokes just, they never fucking stop. This is honestly the funniest fucking horror movie with a lot of sick shit going on. Like, how the fuck do you put somebody's head on a platter and then the next scene make jokes about chickens fucking?
Saying that I would cut off a chicken's head, put my dick in it, fuck it, and go, ah!
Yeah, you laugh because you know I'm right. For instance, Captain Spaulding with his black cousin. They are the best duo in the whole movie. They steal your damn attention. It sucks that he basically betrays them, but it's still hilarious. All the jokes they make, they're like brothers.
Oh man, I got this. I love my cocaine better, man.
And honestly, they made me forget it was a serial killing movie because the jokes just kept writing themselves. And the sheriff is the star, and Captain Spaulding, mostly because he's played by, you know, Sid Haig, like I mentioned before. Well, all the questioning Sheriff Quincy makes about his overall justice and why he's not letting these killers go to court or waiting for, you know, due process is because he's questioning, you know, what's right or wrong here. He wants to kill these men and women that harmed his family, but it goes against how he was raised and most importantly how he became an officer in the first place, you know, to protect and serve, not to kill. it. But these guys are so sick. I don't blame him. I would kill him too. Especially if they skin my brother alive. These are the type of forms of morality you don't really see outside of, police shows, Breaking Bad, Death Note, or shows like Batman, for instance. And the wild part is these very intricate, philosophical, and in detailed discussions within Sheriff Quincy's mind are always followed up with some wild shit like this.
Take a look at her right there. Take a look at her eyes. There you are right there. She's dead. You know what I did? Took my knife and all.
I would review House of a Thousand Corpses. Too much editing, too much killing, too many scenes that are filtered, and it is far too dark to just put on this platform, unfortunately, because you just have to edit too much shit. Now, have I seen 3 from Hell? I wanted to see 3 from Hell, but Sig Haig unfortunately passed away before the final filming of said movie, and I'll watch it sometime soon. I just can't watch that now. He's one of my favorite horror actors, to be honest. And rest in peace. Either way, DoctorDead out. Dead Zone's next.